Hello everyone, welcome back to the next Happy Place. Today I am super excited to tell you about two brand new flavors of Ryan Trahan's Joyride candies. We have sour rainbow strips, and these are limited time only. And then we also got gummy bears, which are not limited time only. I guess it's just a new permanent flavor. I'm a gummy bear connoisseur, so I'm excited to try their gummy bears to see how they are. Basically, if you're not familiar with Joyride candies, YouTuber Ryan Trahan got behind them, and he's been pushing these lately. There's quite a few different flavors out there. They are a little bit healthier than normal candies. They don't have the artificial colors in them, real ingredients, no artificial sweeteners, which is nice. Good source of prebiotic fiber. No synthetic colors or flavors, and 50% less sugar. The one thing that these do have, though, they do still have your carbs in it. There's the health on these ones here. You still got 22 carbs for 14 pieces in here. So they can't escape the carbs, but at least you don't got the don't have the artificial sweeteners and or the colors. So that's a nice part of it. And the prices are kind of more reasonable. I mean, you get like this much in a bag right there, and they're like $4.99 typically. So some of those candies you pay like $5 and you got like a couple little bites in there. It's like, what the heck? So at least Joyrides are a little more reasonable in that aspect. As far as taste goes, let's see what we got here. There's one thing with the Joyride candies in the past, some of the ones that are like gummy seem to be more like jelly-like. So there's one of the little bears there. This much must be, is this the watermelon or fruit punch? I'm just going to go ahead and give it a try. I'll let you know what I think. Flavor-wise, that's not bad, actually. The one thing, again, with these, like I said, they're gummy bears, but it seems like maybe it's a healthy thing when you're trying to do limited ingredients and that stuff. Maybe it's tougher to get that. Maybe the stuff that really makes things gummy is harder to make healthier, I guess you could say. Because these really, the flavor of these doesn't come across as a gummy bear. It comes across as like a fruit snack. That's kind of the vibe I get, because there's really no... A gummy bear is like chew, 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 chew. These ones, like I said, they're kind of like that. You sink right into them, and they're more of a like a fruit snack. Very, very little gumminess to them. However, taste-wise, they're actually not that bad. They actually... Try to look at the flavors. They have a fun drink flavor, fruit punch, blue raspberry, lemonade, watermelon, and lime. I like that. Fun drink flavor. But they all kind of blend in. Color-wise, it's really tough to tell, so I'm not going to try to go in and get all of the different flavors like one at a time and guess at them and all that stuff. But... There, I had to chew those up. They kind of remind me of like a Welch's gummy. Not a Welch. Is it a Welch's? Or Sunkissed? I'm trying to think. Probably like a Welch's gummy is kind of what the texture I get off of these. Not a bad gummy, but like I said, gummy bears I expect to be a little more chewier. But in saying that, the flavor is decent on these. So as far as me giving these ones a score, it's kind of tricky because flavor is fine, but they're not really like, from a gummy bear aspect, to rate them as a gummy bear. I know I talked about this before. It bothers me sometimes when something's supposed to be like a gummy this, and you eat it, and it's like a gel or just something that's soft. That's not gummy. It's you can't call these gummy bears. Call them fruit snacks or something. But but as far as the taste goes, they're still decent. Let me have one more here, and I'll make up my mind. And maybe I'll grab two. Oh, two the same color even. Look at that. Either these are fruit fun drink or lemonade. Yeah, definitely a Welch's gummy. That's what I'm thinking of. Not Sunkissed, but Welch's. Sunkissed might have the same similar, but that's like the vibe I get from the gumminess of these. Not really gummy at all. As far as giving them a score, This is a tricky one. Because it tastes okay. They're not full-on pow, blow you with flavor. It's like a lightly flavored fruit snack. Again, they are a little bit healthier in ways than a normal candy. So I'll give them that. As far as giving these a score, I wish they were more gummy-like. The flavor is okay. Could be a little more full-on flavor, but the flavor is decent. Like I said, I'm trying to keep in mind, too, that these are considered, other than like the carbs, that these are a little bit more healthier in ways they don't have the artificial stuff in their colors or flavors. So I do appreciate that. As far as giving these a score, I'm going to give these, I'll give them like an 8.0. Not bad, but like I said, if you're looking for a gummy experience, you're not going to get this here. These are more of like a fruit snack experience. But like I said, the flavor is decent, and I'm keeping in mind that they are healthier. You don't have that other stuff, so like 8.0 on these. So that is what I got for those ones. Now moving on to the sour rainbow strips. Let's see what we got in these guys here without ripping the bag apart. I should probably grab a pair of scissors. I guess they're fresh though if they're in there like this. These don't even have that little thing in the middle. Usually you can grab the one in the middle, you can pull it apart. I know you have the terribles on top. I guess maybe I'll just have to go in on that and rip off the side here. There we go. At least I got access now on the side. And then I can pull it apart. I just don't want, like, I know I could rip the side of the bag down, and you guys are probably thinking, well, just rip it down. But I try to keep the bags neat so when I'm done eating them, I don't have to worry about the bags. There's nothing worse when you go to pull a bag open and it rips all down the side. So that's why I'm trying to be thoughtful here with these. Again, you got your 80% less sugar in these ones. No synthetic color, same things. And these ones again, 24 carbs for 4 slices. So there is the health on those if you want to pause that and look at that. As far as the strips go, they're all pretty solid there. Pretty colorful. I like the colors on those. And those are all like natural colors too. You don't got nothing artificial in those. They look, and the thing is, these look just like a regular old fruit strip, doesn't it? Kind of. Those are nice colors on there. But anyways, let's just give it a try, see what we got. Trying to think of flavor. I mean, those it says sour rainbow strips, but it's insane. But 8% less sugar is nice. The texture is decent. The flavor, I have to have another one of these to figure that out. The flavor is decent. It ain't like, it's not the greatest flavor in the world. Oh, now they weren't going to come out of the bag again. What are you catching on there, guys? Let's see. Oh, where'd you go? Let me pull one of these off again. Yeah, I have to give this a round 2 to see what we got here as far as flavor goes. Sorry, I'm just trying to pick out the flavor on it. I get a little touch of like a lemony flavor. That's about it. It just kind of like, other flavor just kind of like, not sure what it is. And as far as texture ain't so bad. It's kind of like eating like a fruit by the foot or something, like a thicker one of those. So it does kind of have the same kind of texture. Flavor-wise, that's what I'm kind of trying to get at. I know a lot of people online. I know Ryan Trahan made these. And I love Ryan Trahan. He has, his video content is awesome. If you'd ever checked out his videos, check him out. Great guy. And I know a lot of people will fall over these candies they post on there, which is great. You know, the guys getting support. Awesome job there. But I mean, I'm not the kind of guy to come on here and be like, wow, Ryan Trahan, your snacks are the most amazing snacks in the world. Oh, wow. You know, just to kind of hope maybe he'll see it and he'll be like, wow, hey, look, he's loving my stuff. It's like, I don't do that. Like I said, he's a great guy. In his videos he is anyways, but I hear he's a really nice guy in person. But anyways, as far as his candy goes, though, it's usually kind of middle of the road. However, again, it's a healthier candy. So in saying that, it's going against candies that are full of sugar. So it's like when you're trying to think of that aspect of it, you know, of course a candy that's loaded on with sugar is going to have a little bit better flavor, right? Right. So you take the sugar out of it. In this case, there's 80% less sugar. So he's playing. It's like an uphill battle to kind of make a candy that tastes as good as something similar without having the sugar in it. So that is where the challenge is. So when I review these, I have to try to keep that in mind also, that these don't have all the you know, these are battling something that has an advantage. So I try to keep in mind as far as them being healthier and you know, taste goes. I wish these had a little bit better flavor. Like I said, I get a little bit of a sour flavor. I'm not sure what else I'm really getting in there. I can't really distinguish it. And the flavor of the strips doesn't really help out, because it just says sour rainbow strips. So there's no... I'm not sure if one's a berry or... Oh, I guess right there it is. These rainbow strips pack a wild punch of sour, sweet and seriously bold flavor that will leave your taste buds buzzing. Not sure my taste buds are buzzing, but it's kind of okay. It's... If you've had the other strips before, like the other ones, the blue raspberry and that, you might want to just try these just to kind of see what you think, because if you love those, it's the same exact concept, just a little different flavor. I wish the flavors were a little more distinguishable in these. As far as giving these ones a score, I'm going to give these like a 7.6. They're just kind of okay. I wish I could say they were better, but 7.6 is what I give these. If you guys have had either of these yet, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Otherwise, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for notifications, and everybody have a beautiful day. And like I said again, these I think are new permanent. These are limited time. There's a big display at Target. Target is a place to get these. They're popping up at other stores, but like these limited flavors you probably won't find in there. And I know 7-Eleven has their own flavor too. Maybe it is a sour. Maybe the rainbow ones are the ones that's in 7-Eleven. I can't remember. But anyways, yeah. That is that. If you guys love your Joyride, let me know in the comments. Let me know if you agree with me or disagree with me. And everybody, have a beautiful day. Thanks for watching.